Hi, I'm Andrew from Rollarma, and in this video I'm going to explain all about our brand new spelling feature called Sporty Spelling. So we've been developing this feature for the last 12 months and it's ready to launch in a beta phase where we're still taking feedback from users. And it's got three main benefits. So it's designed that you can input your custom spelling word lists however you do your spellings in your school. You can input spelling word lists and our system will automatically generate 9 different motivating games for students to practice those spellings. You can structure that however you want, whether it's around certain spelling patterns or maybe a scheme that you follow. So it can be used as a standalone program, or it can enhance and support your existing spelling routines however you build your spellings, whether it's around vocabulary from a class novel, or you're following an existing spelling scheme. We can enhance and add some different ways of students to practice independently and build up their mastery of those spelling words, including the definitions as well. So it's up to you how you apply this tool. We support spelling concept in whatever different way that you teach spelling. So we have phonemes and graphemes in terms of we have an audio component to a lot of the games. So students will be familiar with hearing the pronunciation of words and how different graphemes sound when said out loud. You can build your lists around morphology in terms of the roots. You can group them. You can also have a range of different pre-made lists which will build around morphology, and high frequency words can be included as well. Every spelling word will have a definition, so students are learning the meaning of the words, not just how to spell them. You can build your lists around rules and exceptions, patterns. You can personalize the learning for your class in terms of revisiting, or as I said, building vocabulary lists for class novels. You can space the practice, you can repeat and have interleaving by revisiting lists through the year, and we also allow you to practice usage in context, so the spelling words are not learned in isolation. We have a number of different games where the words are used in context. So it begins with creating a new word list. You can choose between 5 and 20 words to input, and after you've chosen your words, you submit and the system will generate definitions. You can adjust those definitions if you wish to for whatever purpose. Maybe you want extra detail, or maybe you want less detail for younger children perhaps. After you've chosen the definitions and confirmed them, the system will then generate the content, including sentences with the words in context, various misspellings of the words and similar words and so forth, which builds the game content. So our 9 game modes are categorized into define, recognize and spell, and we have 3 for each. And with your spelling list you can choose as many or as few of these 9 game modes as you wish. There's a few disclaimers. For example, we have a game mode which is matching the word to pictures. That mode doesn't work very well if you have a list of synonyms or very similar words because it can be hard to differentiate between different ones just through pictures. So a small disclaimer on that one. And 3 of the game modes also need headphones or speakers because they have an audio component. So I'll go through the 9 different game modes in this video so you get a feel for what it's all about. So you can choose the deadline and set this, and for your children this appears in their dashboard. So between 1 and 9 tasks for them to complete independently or in class as you wish. So our define games, we've got matching word to pictures, matching the word to definitions, and choosing the correct word in context. All of the games are built around a progress system where the students answer 1 question for every word in your list, and there's no pass or fail. They attempt the games. If you want, you can choose a target score, and if they pass the target score then they'll get a tick. but there's no barrier to progression. They can finish the games even if they are struggling with the words. It will allow them to finish the game, and then they can repeat if they wish to, or you can specify that they must meet a target score. So all of the games are built with an animated background when they get the question right as a small reward and to motivate the children around this theme of sporty spelling. So in this case, the canoe moving down the river, and in this case they're choosing the correct word to fill in the gap, and the distracting words, the incorrect answers, will be other words from your spelling list. So when I get a question right, it moves forward on the animation. So the emoji game, as you can see here, this example is quite easy to distinguish. As I said before, if you have synonyms or maybe different tenses of the same verb, then the emojis can become a bit confusing. So I would use this game mode with caution, depending on the word list that you're choosing. So the cliff climber moving up the cliff face when they get the answers correct on here. And downhill definitions, so here we present the definition and the student picks the correct word. Okay, in our recognize section, this is designed as like an intermediary step before being able to spell the word independently. Of course, the student, if they can't recognize when the word is spelled correctly, then they wouldn't be able to spell it independently. So this is like a stepping stone towards independent spelling. So we've got matching the word to audio, we've got picking the word in context, the right spelling in context, and spotting a spelling mistake in a sentence. So I think not all three are here. So choosing the correct spelling in context, similar to the previous game, but here the distractors are misspellings of the target word. So the student is learning to notice when the word is spelled correctly using the word in context. Same as before, the progress bar moves forward, but the animation of the background will only show when they get the correct answer. Spotting the spelling mistake, so this is a bit like our bug fix game mode in the rest of the website. So here they are reading a sentence and spotting if there is a word misspelled. So the target word will either be misspelled, or sometimes it will be correct, and they have to they would then click no mistakes found. This is perhaps a slightly older, slightly outdated version of that game page. And lastly, the three different spelling modes. So we're building up independence by firstly solving an anagram, so the letters of the word are provided, then filling in a missing letter from the word, and then finally listening to the word and spelling it without any support. So these are the three final kind of end goals for the spelling. Spelling supporters: unscramble the anagram, provided with the letters, click them in the right order to spell the word. And skateboard scramble, we've got a missing letter, and they use the keyboard to fill in the gap. They can hear the word in a sentence as well if they're not sure, as a reminder of the word. And lastly, the spelling sprint, which is similar to spelling bee, and again they can hear the word in context if they're not too sure, and the correct spelling will be shown if they get it wrong. So in every game mode, each word will appear once, and so it's up to you between 1 and 9 games, and you can also encourage repetition, or as I said, you can have a target score that they should be aiming for. And after your class has finished practicing, the results are displayed in a heat map like this. So you can see the whole class results at a glance, with the color coding to show you where are the weaknesses and where are the strengths in the class for our 3 different categories for every word. And you can also see this breakdown for every student as well. If you want that level of detail, you can drill into the categories for every student, for every word, so you can really see at a glance as well which words they're struggling with, and we'll have a system later on where you can pick the words with the lower scores and remake a new list later on. So that is Sporty Spelling. Thanks for listening, and we are open to feedback. We'd love to know if you find it useful or if you have any suggestions for future development. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.